Number 6 is college students who keep e-portfolios have a higher rate of academic achievement and overall retention rate than those who do not keep e-portfolios. E-portfolios also encourage students to develop important skills like metacognition, reflection, and awareness of their audience, all of which contribute to deeper learning. One of example learning is kapag first year na mo na may portfolio and all works and activities first prelim to finals. Next is 7. Both typical and atypical students who receive an online response to writing revise their works better than those participating in traditional method. Both typical and atypical students who receive online responses to their writing revise their work more effectively than those who rely on traditional face-to-face feedback. Online feedback allows more timely data and ongoing interaction, which helps students improve their writing skills. And my next discussion or reporter will continue by Ms. Hazel Wen Simbahon.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ma'am. So we are now at the functional literacy. So functional literacy is the ability to effectively use reading and writing skills for accessing information, communicating, and continuing lifelong learning, enabling a person to express themselves in daily life. So functional literacy is not just being able to read and write words, but also using those skills in daily life. So this involves accessing information like following the directions in life, or kanang dili literal nga kuan kanang directions, and then reading signs nga makita nato sa dan or unsa pa na diha nga mga signs, and then communicating verbally, so conversation online and even letters, and continuing lifelong learning like studying new skills. And then, according to UNESCO, functional literacy defines as the essential skills needed for formal and informal participation, national development, and personal, family, and societal growth. So, being functional literate is essential skills needed for formal like school, sa work, or the government, and informal participation like sa community, narasabay, with the friends, or in the society. So this is not just about the individual's personal growth, but also sa development of the society, the community, and the people around us. And then, the National Statistics Authority defines functional literacy as the level of literacy that includes reading, writing, and numeracy skills that help people cope with the daily demands of life. So this is not just basically a reading and writing, diba? Also the numeracy skills. So what are those numeracy skills? So, kadtong mga ginabudget nimo sa matag adlaw, financial, or unsa pa na diha nga nagamit og numbers, mathematical skills, mo po na involve ang functional literacy, dili lang kay reading and writing ra. And then next is the improving of functional literacy in the Philippines. So according to the report of Manuyu 2019, based on the 2013 Functional Literacy, Education, and Mass Media Survey, or FLAMS, the country registered a 90.3% rate, which means that 9 out of every 10 Filipinos aged 10 to 64 were functionally literate. So 2013 ang mga 9 out of 10 Filipinos nga nag-edad og 10 to 64 are mga functionally literate. So pila pa may edad na to anang 2013. So maybe 8 to 10. And then on 2003, World Vision study found that only 44% of students aged 11 to 13 were functionally literate, showing that less than half could read with comprehension by the end of the basic education. So this means that there are students on 2003 that nga nag-edad og 11, 13 were makabasa sila. They can read aloud words but can comprehend what it means. Di ba? Naman po usahay nga larguhon na nato og basa pero wala ta nakasabot sa atong gibasa. Mao sad ni ang pasabot. And then on 2013, about 4 million Filipino children and youth were out of school mainly due to marriage, poverty, and lack of interest, which contributed to low functional literacy. So ang uban mga estudyante nga ilang gibiyaan ang pag-eskwela tungod sa marriage, early marriage, or mga nagbiktima sa teenage pregnancy. Just like me, I am a proud product of teenage pregnancy. And then poverty katong mga nagalisod na bisag karon na magyapoy poverty nang di maka-afford sa mga gamit sa eskwelahan, sa mga tampuhon, mga ug unsa pa nang kinahanglanon para maka-eskwela, and lack of interest katong walay mga motivation or walay interest sa pag-eskwela. Pero ang uban nag-ALS, pwede ra na nag-test da na mga batanon nga na. And then to address this, interventions focused on formal and non-formal education, teacher training, localized learning materials, reading and life skill programs, improved facilities, parental involvement, and curriculum integration. For example, katong kami, when we were senior high, one of the requirements to graduate is the task that our teacher assigned us, which is kami mga by strand ABM students, we are tasked to create products or promote products para ilahang itudlo og unsa ang mga marketing strategies para dali mahalinan. And then sa mga YUM student, nag outreach program, nagpabasa or storytelling, and then mga seminar o uban pa nga masibo ra po sa ilahang strand. And then sa mga STEM students, ang ahong nahinumduman ra is nag-experiment or ilang gipatry og experiment tong mga out of school youth katong mga wala nang eskwela, ilahang gipatry bisan og pila ba tong mga kaadlaw. I forgot. And then the World Vision's 2016 study showed that functional literacy rose 76.53% overall and 62.64% at the community level, marking progress since 2003 but still falling 17.36% short of the 80% target. So this means that around 2003 to 2016, the Philippine functional literacy improved a lot but can't reach the desired amount of 80% target. Wala gihapon makaabot sa 80% target ang mga functional literate individuals. And then the low functional literacy makes children more vulnerable to exploitation, less prepared for employment, and more likely to depend on welfare programs. So ang mga low functional literacy mga children or even adults, sila ang prone sa exploitations like kanang pagdaog-daog or kanang ang ilang pagtanaw ra bitaw nila nga mga bata is mubo lang kaysa nila tungod kay na functionally illiterate or kanang dili hanas bitaw, and then og mangita sila trabaho dili madawat dito tungod kay na ay requirements sa pangutok. And then, lastly, one of the government initiatives to address this is the alternative learning systems, just like I said earlier, the ALS, that provides an opportunity for learning among out-of-school youth for them to land in better jobs. So, another kanang kung ano po ma-provide sa government sa para sa mga estudyante nga murag naay daghan og tapak, which is the alternative learning system. So daghan man ta nakaibaon sa ning alternative learning systems, then nasad tay mga kailan nila ni. So mao na to. Thank you.
So for the gain knowledge, literacy is no longer just reading and writing, but applying knowledge in real-life situations. New literacies emerge because of technology and social change. For example, digital, media, cultural, and social. So, kay 21st century naman ta, so nag-evolve na dyan ang atong generation karon. So, sa una, imbes paper pencil pa, karon magkuhan lang ta. For example, mag-exam ta. Dito na ta, direct na ta sa ato ang phones. Kaya naana dito ang mga Google Classroom. Dito na nila ipang-send. And now, functional literacies ensure everyday survival and practical participation in society. So in overall, these literacies equip individuals with the skills needed for lifelong learning in a changing world. That's all. Thank you.